I guess, middle school, because in middle school it was always my goal to get into Hunter, and I didn't know about Kweller in 5th grade or in 6th grade, so I didn't really get a chance to prepare for Hunter in the way that people prepare here. And I passed like the multiple choice section, but then in the essay section I wasn't as strong in writing, and it really disappointed me when I didn't get into Hunter, but that was really just motivation that I would get into a different school later. And so I started prepping for the SSAT at Kweller in 7th grade. I did the January to like May session on weekends, and I also did the summer program, which was 4 days a week. In that time period, I felt like I really like put in the effort because of that disappointment from before. I didn't want that same thing to happen again, so I worked just as hard as I would have for any other thing. At the same time, I maintained I think it was 99.85 average in my middle school, and I went to Mammy Faye in Astoria, it's a tag school, so every class is really enhanced, and you are required to take more classes than you are at other middle schools. So it was a tough thing keeping that average while also doing the SSAT prep, and at times I would stay up late even though it was middle school, but that really, I think, prepared me for things I would face in high school. So when I went to apply to high schools, I took the SSAT and I got into Stuyvesant, and I also got into Townsend Harris. So now it was a choice, where do I go, Stuyvesant or Townsend Harris? My entire life I've gone to a small school, but I didn't pick Townsend Harris. I picked Stuyvesant not only because Stuyvesant has an array of programs, but also because I knew a lot of people going into Stuyvesant, and I felt like I met people that I met maybe like 10 years ago, and I met them again at Stuyvesant. At Townsend Harris, you won't have that kind of opportunity, and also I feel like the commute to Stuyvesant is a lot easier for many people than it is to Townsend Harris. For Townsend Harris, you'd have to take 2 buses and go around. Whereas for Stuyvesant, you have the 1, 2, 3, you have the ACE, you have the NQRW, and I think you have the 4, 5, 6 too. So all those
express bus too.
Yeah, there's also an express bus that stops right in front of the school. So you have all these different opportunities to different ways to get to the school. So that covers commute and why I chose Stuyvesant, but also how it is in the school. So when I first started in freshman year, 2 of the other people who went to Sty, they were talking about how like you have to get lucky with teachers, but I think in some cases that's not true, because even if you get a slightly harder teacher, in whatever school you have to go to, you have to adapt to the teacher. And going to Stuyvesant, you learn how to adapt to each teacher, and you learn to adjust your study skills and everything to that teacher. So when you're facing a different opportunity, you can pick one of those different things, and you'll be a master at all of them. Not only that, but there's a STEAM debate team, and I'm part of the debate team. The robotics team is by far the best robotics team, 694. Like everyone knows that number. The red sweatshirts. We have a program. We have something called Sing, which it's like a competition, it's a theater competition, and most people don't know about this because Sty is usually known for STEM, but we're also really esteemed in humanities and the arts. Sing is a thing, the competition between sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and they put on their own production, their own play, and they do that, and you pick a winner each year. So this is like, all of this happens while you're doing all of the things for school. So you learn to manage your time really, really well, and even if you're staying up late, that just prepares you for college. And in college, you'll be doing less work and feeling more ready to do everything there. So
I have a general question. Yeah. What sort of student, in your opinion, do well
at Stuyvesant? Okay, so I know a lot of different types of people who went into Stuyvesant, even from my own school. So like, for me, I personally like what you're good at, and then do that, because I know that I'm good at debate, so I do debate. And you try to be the best in things that you know that you're the best in. Some people try to be the best at everything, but that doesn't work out. Like you have to, once again, like pick and choose which things that you would be better at to make you stand out. And obviously there are going to be 1 or 2 people that are better than you, but you can't let that bring you down and make you worse than you can actually be.
I do want to quickly focus on the testing plan. So you studied at Kweller. You started January, you did the semester. Then you did the whole summer, and then you did all the extra health classes, you did the summer program. And then in this particular case, over when September started, right, because we ended here, then you engaged in like a self-study, is that correct?
Yeah, I did self-study.
So how many hours do you think you were studying in September, October?
Well, that was in 8th grade, and it was okay. I found it really weird because schools tend to give more work in that time period, even though they know that you're going to be taking the SAT. So I would usually put in like maybe an hour a day and then do more on the weekends. So like 2 hours a day on the weekends instead of 1 hour. And so altogether that would be so 4 and 5. That's 9 hours a week, which is a lot for me considering
of completely undivided self-study.
9 hours is a lot considering the test itself is really long too, and putting in all that work was a difficult thing while maintaining an average. Paid off.
And you felt that Kweller, the materials were on par with what you saw.
Yeah, I mean the tutors here, like if you were to look at the website and you look at their credibility, everyone has like that esteemed, went to a prestigious school, had these awards, got a really high average, so you know that you got your your money's worth.
So here you are in the 10th grade. Why are you doing SAT? Well, you noticed the whole class. Why are you doing SAT prep now in the 10th grade?
Well, okay, so one thing, I know a lot of people take it in junior year, but I wanted to finish it in sophomore year because everyone knows that junior year is very intensive, and I didn't want to pile on even more work in junior year, so SAT prep would be like an extra thing. So I decided for myself, like my parents told me I didn't have to, but I decided for myself that I would take it in sophomore year to be relieved of some of that pressure in junior year.
Yeah. So last night you did the test?
Yeah, last night.
So she was here for 4 hours from 5 to 9 p.m. last night as a group. They took a test, and then today they did a 4-hour review.
Yeah, it was a lot.
When are you planning to take the real SAT exam?
I want to take the May one, and I'm depending on how everything goes for that one, I might do more and then do another one later on. It all depends on how well.
But what Lamia's brilliantly doing is she's positioning herself to be a National Merit Scholar. This is definitely beyond the scope of what you signed up for today, but I do want to say in terms of positioning, because she's doing early SAT prep, quote unquote early, October of 11th grade, Lamia is going to sit for the PSAT and MSQT for the National Merit Scholarship qualifying test, and that's going to give you some amazing opportunities, which puts you on the radar for colleges.
And that one is at a 1520 instead of 1600.
And you feel like now, today, how prepared do you feel for the PSAT?
I mean, I already took it once in October of sophomore year, and I got a 1440 on that out of 1520 without any studying. So I feel like now at this point I might be able to get that full score, and doing it now prepares you for getting that scholarship in junior year instead of doing the prep in junior year and then not doing as well in the PSAT as you could have.
Thank you so much.